Hello, everyone. Welcome to Close Up on America's Business, the program that takes you inside some of the most unique and successful companies in America. I'm Janice Marie. On each edition of our show, you have the opportunity to meet some of the most innovative business leaders in the country today. You'll find out what their products, services, technologies, and business models can do for you, and what they're doing to change our world and to change the way we do business.
It's an absolute fact that apartment living is simply a way of life here in the New York area. But you know, finding the right apartment, especially a rental apartment, can be a very tough job. One thing, however, is for certain. A particular apartment building owner can make a huge difference between a happy experience and a terrible one for apartment tenants. And in that regard, Zara Realty Holding is unique among New York apartment building owners. Their mission statement says it all. Their goal is to provide an outstanding quality of life in a secure and safe environment for all of their tenants. And the company's story is truly unique. It's family owned. They bought their first building here 25 years ago. Today they own 26 buildings spread out between Queens, Long Island, and in Florida. And this is their flagship building. It's called Hillside Place on Hillside Avenue in Jamaica. To learn more about this company's unique story, we talked with a number of the company's executives, starting off with the president of the company, George Subraj. You know, it's interesting. So many people who go into the apartment business in New York are going into the condo end of it. Not that many go into rentals. What brought you into the rental aspect?
Yes, because I realize people are moving more now, and especially today, with the internet and the world is getting so close, people are constantly moving. They're moving every 2-3 years, every 4 or 5 years. Our industry turnover is about 20 to 25%. I'm about 17%, which is a little lower than most, because we provide a little bit of a higher quality and more other things we do with that.
What is it that Zara Realty is really offering to potential residents?
Well, talking to everyone that comes in, I usually ask them what are the 3 most important things they're looking for, or foremost, or whatever their wish list is. And it's very simple. They're looking for clean, safe, affordable, comfortable, into the shops, the schools. That's basically what they're looking for. And I try to provide that and more, especially emphasis on clean and safe.
A good location, yes, very nice location. And you can come here any time of the day or night. It's very secure, this building, yeah. That's one of the reasons I stay here too, no? Because when you are a woman, sometimes you'll be afraid to show up late on the night and be some darker street or something, but it's nice, and there's always light around, and the lobby is clear, and everything is nice, yeah.
Why do you consider the background checks of potential residents to be so important?
Well, because the law, the way it is, if someone gets molested or hurt in a building, they sue the building owner. And when that happens, people just move out. They hear about a crime in the building, and they move on. But I'd rather an apartment be vacant than putting it with with a person who has a criminal background check.
And when you come right down to it, what does someone have to do to qualify to live in one of your buildings?
It's very easy. You just have to show their credentials, that they can afford it. After paying all their bills, they have at least some spending money left over. Because Uncle Sam takes about 1/3 of most people's income in taxes. Rental is going to be about 25 to 30%. And they'll be lucky to be left over with 20-25%. To cover food and traveling and all the other stuff that goes with it. So usually I look for a client who's making about 4 times the rent, 3 to 4 times the rent.
Well, first of all, it's important to note that Washington Mutual, or WAMU as we're known, is the largest lender on apartment house properties in the country. As such, we deal with many of the largest owner-operators in the country of apartment houses. In that regard, with respect to Zara, they are without question the best owner-operator that I've seen in the New York City market of apartment houses. Their attention to detail, their level of professionalism, their desire to make their tenants satisfied with their apartments and with the buildings in which they live is really second to none in this market.
Ken, talk to me a little bit about your role in this organization.
Yeah, I mainly look after the capital improvement projects, new acquisition. And when we do get new acquisition, I go in and analyze it, do a complete overhaul to bring it up to standard. In a nutshell, we also do all the mortgages. I process the mortgages to make sure we capitalize on the improvements and to ensure that we take full advantage of the markets.
What do you think about the apartments that you have to offer?
Our buildings on the whole is more upgraded than the average building in the neighborhood. From time to time, we go in and we do all the improvements necessary to bring it a cut above the standard. We will normally try to keep the roof to basement in tip-top shape, inclusive of the boiler, inclusive of the roof itself, and most important, the brickwork. Brickwork, as you probably know, because of the weather changes, four seasons a year, an awful lot of damage occurs on the brickwork. So continuously we are retaining contractors to work on the brickwork.
In looking for the buildings that you guys want to take over and buy, what is it you're looking for?
We look mainly for an upscale in the property that are already upscale. We would not touch it because it's already there. We'll go into a property that's downgraded and try and bring it up to the market to make it habitable for people to live in. Many of the buildings that we've taken over in the past were in really downgraded buildings. We're able to take them over and bring them up to standard.
Our relationship started with one simple boiler installation many years ago, and from that relationship we have grown into a very, very important part of their organization. I have found over the years that we really appreciate the way they run their organization because it's the same way that we run ours. And it makes our business relationship very, very simple. What they expect from us, we expect from them. And we live symbiotically together in that relationship.
We're constantly updating and upgrading our software and hardware just to be up to date and on top of what's current and try to be on the cutting edge and fresh with everything that's going on out there. It's very important because we need to deliver the best product to our clientele.
The outstanding story of Zara Realty Holdings, one of the most unique apartment building owners here in the New York area. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Jamaica, Queens.